And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we welcome in New Year's Eve. Today, right now, we're sitting at 60 on New Year's Eve.
Here we are. It's the last day of 2024.
So, Odie, since I don't know the action scene in Meridian, the nightlife, used to, I would say everybody and their brother would show up at Hojo's for the countdown for the New Year's locally in Meridian.
Yeah.
Where is that now, or is there such a place?
I don't know if there is a huge place. Now, the Moose Lodge has got a big deal tonight.
Scott McQuaig's going to be playing.
Scott McQuaig's going to be playing there. But other than that, I don't know of anything.
Is it at the checkpoints? Is that the popular place to be tonight?
Might be, because they will be out.
Woo! Y'all be ready for the Mississippi Highway Patrol. Each law enforcement agency will be hot and heavy tonight. And the main thing is they're trying to keep people who may be...
They're trying to keep the public safe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That might be a little bit... They don't need to be drinking and driving, is what I'm trying to say. And they'll be there checking those.
Yes.
And yes, sir, they do post where they'll be. And even though it's posted, the folks that are drinking don't read those. They just show right on up anyway.
And they don't... Oh, look, blue lights. Let's go see what they're doing. Scotty Ray will be there.
Click. Click is that sound you hear.
Look at there. You got some bracelets for Christmas.
That happens, and then, of course, we'll help find you an attorney. There's plenty of those. You'll need one of those, won't you? Then you'll probably get dropped by your insurance. And then depending upon what you do for a living, it could affect your livelihood. So at the end of the day, we're saying don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. It will be a lot better for you.
Get you an Uber. Now, I think there's only one in Meridian, so you'll have to get in line.
Have you ever played, I've seen it on television, I've never known anybody personally that plays chess.
No.
Because it is like, takes years to play a game, doesn't it? Sometimes?
It could. I know somebody's been playing a game for 20-something years. I don't know how that works.
Me, I know nothing about it, other than they have little knights and queens and stuff like that.
Yeah, and each one moves different. And give me some checkers. Now, there's a TV show called The Queen's Gambit, something like that.
Yeah.
And now it's pretty good. It's about chess. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Well, my reason for bringing it up, there is World Championship chess games.
Yeah.
And apparently, rednecks are not invited. But one of the guys refused to change his blue jeans. They have fined him for wearing blue jeans while playing chess. Is it that caliber of playing that you can't wear blue?
I don't.
It makes me not want to play.
But if they've got a dress code, go with it. Kind of like Wimbledon. You remember when Agassi pushed Wimbledon with tennis? You've got to wear the white shorts or whatever else and something else. I don't know it all because I don't.
Who is Mr. Agassi?
Andre Agassi, something like that. I mean, he was a top-notch player, but he kind of bucked the dress code.
You must have been really bored and watched those 3 channels of the ABC.
No,
Live
I used
World
to
of
keep
Sports.
up with news, and that hit news. I used to really keep up with what's going on, but it was news back then.
Well,
and now, I don't have to worry about. I'm on the real news channel now, I reckon.
I'm going to skip that chess game and all that kind of stuff. Chess is just not for me. And if you enjoy it, more power to you. But we're a little picking about it, but it's just not for me. I used to play checkers. That usually is pretty fun. You can slide that around pretty easy there.
It goes up, down, back, forth, and diagonal.
That's sir.
And that's it. Wait a minute. Does it go? It won't go backwards. A king can go backwards.
After it's...
Yeah.
It's been a spell since I played that game.
Do you ever play Chinese checkers?
Oh, I can't say I have.
It's the little star with the marbles.
Huh.
Yeah.
Now, Brooke Shill's ex-husband, was that brought up? Was he the guy that was playing?
You know what? I think he is Agassi. I think, Diane, I think you might be right. Yeah.
We had somebody say their 6-year-old is learning chess.
Yeah.
Colton said his 6-year-old is learning to play chess.
If you're going to learn,
is it a mathematical game?
A lot of it is. It's mathematics. And I don't know why they don't, and I'm not a teacher, so not at that type of school. But if you want to learn something really new that's going to take a lot to get, go teach Spanish and French and all that to our young kids where their mind can do this. Don't wait till they're in 9th, 10th, 11th grade. Kick them up with some foreign language when they're in the 4th and 5th grade. You know, that's where your education should hit.
You could just go to a store and not be able to talk to anybody anymore. Used to, it was just by calling your local Comcast number and you're going, what? What? There's a chicken in the background.
That's what somebody said. You know, we had a great education system until the federal government says, "Oh, we're going to start doing regulation of education at the federal level."
Do you see where somebody that might be going in office has suggested that should be done away with?
It should be.
That's been suggested.
You can go back to where our education system was climbing and doing good. And when the feds took over, it did a nosedive. And look where we are today. We're one of the last in the world. Mississippi ain't doing too hot when it comes to just us. So when you're last in the last, you're golly.
I don't. Life is hard, and I forget how John Wayne put it, but he had a great saying when that life is hard, and if you're not so smart, it's even harder. He used a different word. He used a different word for it.
It's hard to be stupid.
It goes back to the right and wrong. If you can't do the job, then don't do it. But each of us have our place. God knows what it is, and you can't curb everything to suit everybody.
Yeah.
Really, in life, there's winners and losers in everything, and we just have to learn our place. God will show you. I am not a doctor. God don't want me to be a doctor, nor should I ever be in an operating room. That is not where I need to be. I cannot help anyone there. And we just have to learn to accept things like that.
Somebody's got to do that work and make the money for being that, folks.
Yeah.
And when they buy a house, somebody's got to dig the ditch for the foundation.
That's correct.
And then somebody's got to plumb it, and somebody's got to wire it. Everybody got a place.
That's correct.
So
Rusty's
Ann
right.
said, sad when a 50 is a passing grade. You know, it really is. I mean, now I think 90 to 100 is an A, where when we were in school, 94. It was a 94. A 93.5 was a B.
Yep.
And a 74 was a D.
Yes, it was.
Down to a 70, and then a 69.9 was a F.
That's right. I had that problem there in mathematics. It was, if I was lucky, I would get that 70 to 74. Math was not my subject.
Ann said, bring back home economics. Erica said, teach shop and home economics. That's where I was going to go. I believe that 100%. You teach home economics, and then you turn around and you teach some shop to our men. I know somebody that he can't even change the air in his tire, much less check it. No idea. I mean, he can probably pull the dipstick out and say, well, yeah, there's something on it.
Yeah.
Changing the oil. It's a sad situation. He ain't going to change a tire neither.
But, you look at Mike, what's his name, Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
As he has said so many times, everybody that he's ever interviewed on, they may be dirty and look kind of creepy from time to time, but most of them were millionaires. Self-made people that got out and began their own jobs. There's nothing wrong with having a skill. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having a college PhD education. It depends upon what you do. Each of us are different.
Dirty. I'll talk about dirty on this. You ever go watch Ricky Simmons out with Simmons Wrecker on the side of the road?
Man, that man gets it.
And somebody says, yes, who's the owner? And you say, it's the dirtiest one over there. He's the one laying on the ground doing the work. Now, all his guys, he has got a top-notch team.
He does.
Every single one of them get out. They work their butts off. They know what they're doing. But Ricky doesn't just sit in the office. He's right out there with them every step of the way. Some of the best people to get to know.
And I've learned that me and you cannot move to California.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to go there. No.
I was looking at this, and they were talking about what you have to earn a year to buy a house in a state.
Yeah.
California, y'all. It scares me to death. You have to earn about $1.85 million a year to be able to afford a house, where they're saying cost is average of $8.9 million for a house. Now, that's in a neighborhood to where you still have your car when you come back in the morning. It's not the slum. It's the normal neighborhood.
So is it a gated community? Is that what you're talking about?
$8.9 million. It's a typical home.
Wow. No, I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Good gravy.
But,
and I don't have to pass half of our community living on tents on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Well, at least ours go under the bridge.
We'll be right back. J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
When they gonna come up with a 2-story trailer?
Well, you never know. Housing in general is just and as you look at your property taxes where we live, you'll find it's getting worse to own, and you never really own anything. People, it's a shock.
Wesley said, I lived 4 times in California, and the most expensive was Hawaii. Navy is not for the cheap.
I have heard that about Hawaii. I guess it's because everything has to be imported. There's nothing there other than maybe a banana that is. I don't even know if they grow bananas there. I just said that.
I lived on the ship. Didn't cost me nothing. But then when I was in a relationship, I had to go get an apartment in Portsmouth. It was cheap. Or not cheap, but I mean, it wasn't.
We're going to question
like
you on Friday
now.
about your relationships. We'll find out more about that.
Well, this is only an hour show that we extend maybe to an hour and a half. That's
Odie
all.
starring in Aloha, Blue Hawaii.
Yeah.
Early this morning, we were out and about. Highway 39 is where we were. There was an accident. It was a single car accident, Odie, over by Commercial Bank. As the Meridian Police Department, the Meridian Fire Department, and Metro all showed up as we go here. This is the scene of where we were, and of course this will be a little loud there as we got a lot of diesel engines in the background here rolling here. And here's the car over to the left here. Just kind of went straight on into that ditch.
Well, that was a long step down, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think, if I am not mistaken, the fire department had to help retrieve the person out of the car, and they were taken for injuries to a local hospital, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know the extent, but a little shake up there early about 2:45 this morning as we were out on the scene there. We had another kitchen fire last night, Odie, in the early morning hours. Oak Manor, 200 block of Northfield Street, which is down by Winn-Dixie. I don't know if y'all heard the fire trucks, but see the smoke bellowing? Can I say that word?
Ooh, bellowing, yeah. Look at you, did good.
I ain't had a chance to use that word forever. You didn't have a ring. But a kitchen fire. Again, everybody made it out of the home safely. Neighbors pitched in to help get everybody out of there when that smoke started. Thank goodness it was no serious injuries there. But a scary thing whenever.
I don't know how those are laid out, but you've got a minimum of 4 families right there connected to that one apartment. You know, you got 4 apartments that's in one little section. That could have been bad. But Meridian was on scene, so they didn't have nothing to worry about.
It was 30-something years ago. I had somebody I knew that I graduated with lived in an apartment, and I stopped by and saw him one time years ago. I have not been inside one of those in umpteen dozen years, but still in business there. We had a tree fall last night, and this is one of those things. This was out in the Causeyville area as we pulled this up, right there in the middle of the road. Now, let's talk about what's going to be happening today as we experience 25-mile-an-hour gusts with all this rain that just came through.
We got a lot of water-soaked ground. It's still light. Some of these trees could topple over with that much wind coming down, so it's still, be on your P's and Q's. Look out in front of you. Don't drive looking at the front of your hood. Look way ahead of you like we always should anyway. But just pay attention. Don't let one of these trees sneak up on you.
Ooh, it's bad news there. Let me say, there was another incident that happened last night. Let me pull it back up. I didn't open it up like I should have there, Odie.
Uh-oh.
Some days I mess up my own way of thinking of what we're going to do here.
Well, you got to go to a car wreck at 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you typically get up at 3, so.
It throws you off.
Yeah, that was another hour you could have slept. You didn't get in bed till midnight anyway. So.
It was sleepy time.
Now you're just running on an hour and a half.
Here we go. This is what I wanted to talk about. I spoke with Sheriff Ward Calhoun. Alleged theft happened last night around 8 p.m. Now, again, we don't know all the details. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department has taken a report on this, Odie, but allegedly an employee at the Love's truck stop would take money from the cash register and flee the scene.
Oh.
So no arrests have been made. A report has been taken. I know they were looking for the car last night, and how this turns out, we don't know yet. But I'm sure they're
like they don't know who you are.
Yeah, you kind of hard to hide that.
I mean, in all reality, where's $1,500 going to get you?
Yeah, it's not. It's not. So we'll wait and see what happens with this. Maybe it's a mistake. We don't know. Maybe they move. I don't know, but we'll wait and see what becomes of this as we look at this. What else? There was another thing. Donald Trump say that he's going to back what's his face there, Johnson, for House Speaker.
I hadn't done a whole lot of looking on this.
Mike Johnson,
And I hadn't made my mind up. He's done some fishy things as far as not fishy. Don't get me wrong. He did some stuff that I completely wouldn't agree 100% with, but I want to go back and really look at it before I sit here and talk about it. But when you start doing budgets and everything else, I truly believe that you go to line item by line item. You don't say, hey, look, I want $200,000 for this, and I know you've been wanting $100,000 for that.
They all do it,
though. So I tell you what, if you'll vote, put that in there, and if you vote for mine, I'll vote for yours. That pork barrel spending, no.
But there's no way to really ever curb that, is it?
No. I mean, the people who makes the laws are the ones who are making out on it.
Yeah, they do well.
You're not going to get it.
But I wish it was to where there's no way that people can show up to vote on something in Congress that is 1,800 pages and know what's in it and understand it. That's wrong.
No, and here's your stack of papers. We're going to vote on that in the morning. What?
I agree. Hey, we got everything cleaned up in Union just in time for you at daylight. Had a tree fall overnight, and crews worked for most of the night getting that thing cleared up.
Wow.
They have finally got that, and you can use your lane of travel to go where you need to. Union, Mississippi.
Good
and
deal.
Speaking of Union, we got an issue over in Union. Let me find it there. It kind of snuck up on us. Here it is. Union PD looking for this car. It's a black Altima, Nissan Altima. It was used in a drive-by. A car was struck as it went by. No one was injured, but they're looking for it. It had 2 people inside on Mason Street on Monday night. It did a drive-by through there, gunfire out the window, and they were still looking for this. Hopefully the 2 people that were in the car will be brought to justice. That's attempted murder. I don't care how you slice it.
You got that right 100%.
So we'll wait to see what we hear back in that area. Next, we're going to be back to talk about the big arrest that happened yesterday. 5 in custody, a shameless murder that has taken place, and we'll tell you more about that next in just a moment with Scotty Ray and Odie.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
And welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Already 7:20 this morning. Ooh. Again, nice weather. 60 as we get ready for 64 for high, but gusty as we bring in New Year's Eve.
It's coming.
Now, what are we supposed to eat tomorrow? Black-eyed peas?
Black-eyed peas and cornbread and greens.
Greens is for cash, and the beans?
Black-eyed peas are for luck.
For luck?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we need plenty of that.
And you can't eat either one of them without cornbread.
So, are you supposed to go find a 4-leaf clover for any reason?
If you can find one, that might help.
All right. As we said, one of the most brutal crimes that we know of, and again, I don't know all the details, but I've heard rumor mistaken identity may have been in this, to where a car was shot up, bad guys thinking it was someone else, and a 17-year-old little girl lost her life in Newton. Her name was Madisyn Evans. Here's what we've got. This has been the press release, and we're going to find out more about that this week here as we go here. As we look at this, the individuals that are charged are listed left to right, starting here and going across. First, we've got Lakeitha Ford, hindering prosecution. I'm going to say Mr. Johnson for shooting into an occupied vehicle, tampering with physical evidence, and capital murder. Carlotta Walker would be our third person here, accessory after the fact to capital murder and tampering with physical evidence. Mr. Love, shooting into an occupied vehicle, tampering with physical evidence, and capital murder. And last on our list there is Brandon Shepard, accessory before the fact to capital murder and tampering with physical evidence. Sheriff Jody Pennington, a part of all these arrests. They've been working with the city of Philadelphia, the city of Newton Police Department, Randy Patrick, all together working also with MBI to come to a conclusion on this and arrests made with all of this. And again, Newton is shaken by this. 17 years old, from what I understand, a sweet little girl that lost her life for no reason.
That, hadn't even started living life.
No, you haven't.
17, you're just now getting ready to step off into the world, and your life was taken from you and your families off of a senseless act.
It is. Tomorrow, we'll get into the breakdown of murders and all of that for the Meridian area. We're sitting at 14. It may end with 15 before it's all said and done, because we haven't gotten back all the information that needs to be to close out the year. We'll see how it does, but we're sitting at 14, 15. We'll talk about where they happened, what areas of town. I think we can all say the most terrified area this year in the Meridian area is going to be Highway 19 area, College Park Drive up through this area there, Highway 11, Airport Boulevard. It's got so many different names of being the worst crime era that we've had in Meridian.
Terrible. That's numbers that you'd expect to hear, which is not good no matter where it's at. But Chicago, New York, California, San Francisco, that's the numbers there, 14, possibly 15. Not here. Well, crime happens everywhere. It's not just here. I don't care about everywhere else. I care where my dadgum family's at, my grandkids. I want them to be in a safe place, and it's time for us to do something about it. And then when we do something about it, maybe some of these other cities can turn around and say, well, look, they did this and it worked. Let's do it and help our place out. But to allow this kind of crap to continue on, our country is going in a handbasket south.
Now,
it's
as
terrible.
we look at this, Odie, although we were saying 14 and 50, there were a lot. And when I tell you a lot more people shot that almost were on their deathbed, we would have probably 30 had everyone passed away from their injuries of what happened here this year. This is not, well, this was small, and that does not include county numbers. That is only in the city. We've had a few in the county, and I'll do a better job of keeping up with the county next year, a lot better there.
Well, look at the drive-bys that didn't hit anybody, shooting in the homes that didn't hit anybody. You just put every one of those people that was around. If there's 8 people in that house, that's 8 counts of attempted murder in Odie's eyes.
And I can't tell you the amount of crimes that it comes back. Well, it was accidental. That was self-inflicted. Yeah, we've got a lot of that. But you have to go by with what you're told. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
We can only come forth with the facts of where we are and what we're told, what we know, and how it goes down in the books. So that's where we are. And we're going to break this down tomorrow. We'll talk about the locations, when it happened, what the most dangerous month was. We'll tell you when the most crime happened with deaths and all of that. And the shootings and all of that. We'll get into all of that. There's been a lot.
Yeah.
Although I know the mayor had a conference and said that he felt like he could sleep with his door unlocked. And mic dropped. But
you brought something up, and that was suicide.
It's a lot of that, Odie.
It is, and this time of year, I know it's tough on some people. I know it's hard on some people. If you're having some contemplations, reach out to someone. Reach out to 911. Reach out to a suicide hotline. Reach out to a friend, a preacher. I don't know a single preacher at any church that is going to sit there and say, I need a membership card to talk to you. You go to a church and find a preacher, and there's not a single one of them that won't say, let's sit down, let's talk, let's find out what we can do and get you some help. Reach out. Please reach out and get some help. Help is there. Help is available. And we don't want you to be one of those numbers, because I tell you, we love you.
That's true.
And I know there's a lot of other people out there that do love you. So reach out.
And let me explain this, because I'm asked this a whole lot of times. We typically do not cover a suicide when it happens. Only if something is done like that in a public place do I cover it. Outside of that, that's one of those things that happens that is a private matter. But when someone does it in a public place, it becomes a news story, and that's how I handle those. Somebody made a comment, and I thought I would just address this. They said, were they charged with shooting in the city? We did have, and I won't go into names because it was you have let's just say, an imaginary line. Let's do this right here.
Yeah.
Here's city, here's county.
Yeah.
What if you've got land that is in both and you go out target practicing? Thought about this? There was 4 teenagers the other day that was right on that line that got a ticket. They were not arrested, they were ticketed for shooting, and it was, I guess their feet were across the line on the wrong side, and they got a ticket, and it not being in the county. Now, I'm telling you, it was a fraction of where it is, a discussion of where's the line, but they did get a ticket. And
I want painted where my feet were, and I want some people out there with a string, and you're gonna find me my line.
But and I think that has to do with the case where we had the press conference where we all walked away and went, more up and coming this morning, as we're also going to tell you about. Well, there was a warrant served yesterday.
Ooh,
a lot of folks showed up for that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lots of cops with vests and things of that nature there.
You are surrounded
And it took me a second to get there. I couldn't get through traffic. I was trying to get there, and I pulled up, and this lady said, "Scotty Ray, you're late." And I said, "I know it. Hang on, I got to get this." They were everywhere, cops everywhere.
Oh, man. It's kind of like that Scotty Ray song. He everywhere.
I was trying to get there. We'll be right back as we begin our morning together.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Welcome back. Somebody said 988 is a choice. I have no clue.
988 is suicide and crisis lifeline. So
just dial that.
Instead of call 911, call 988. Text 988. Thank you so much, Erica.
I didn't know about that.
Well, I wasn't sure, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I know this number, so I went to Uncle Google.
Got you started there.
Unc got me going. So 988, yes, that is, and yes, we do pray for the Lord to put His hands on everybody.
I know we had one just the other night. I had a lot of. We didn't do a story on it, and I had a lot of calls of why are police here, and it was one of those that did not end well. I'll word it that way. It was a sad situation there. I was looking before we get into what happened today in history. Brazil. Know who you're making mad in your family? They had a family get together at Christmas. It was like 6 of them there. 5 are dead. She laced the cake with poison. Everybody died, but one guy that didn't eat a piece of cake. Family members.
Wow.
There's only one place to end. Her husband, who passed away 2 years ago, they're getting ready to exhume. She was bitter about something, but know your kinfolks. Don't make them mad, the cooks in the family. That could happen.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she's not here. She ate the cake with them. So that's almost like a murder-suicide.
Kind of like them folks that went to drink the Kool-Aid to go see the spaceship.
Jim Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, same kind of principle there. So, wow, there's just things that happen in our world that we don't understand all the time. So keep it in mind with what you do and where you go. Don't make the wrong people mad is what I'm saying there. Let's go back in time as we go back to, anybody remember a guy named Anthony Hopkins?
I like this dude.
He did a lot of different movies. And Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
The Mask.
Yep. And then I was trying to think of the name of the show or the movie, but he was married to this younger lady. He was a very wealthy businessman, and she had her an affair. And he killed her and was framing some other people. I can't remember. Somebody knows what it is, but that's a good
He's a
movie.
good actor.
Yes,
he really is. I like him a lot. Boy, it was 1943 this guy would come along. He would basically put West Virginia on the map before it was all said and done because, well, he'd take you down a country road. Well, thank God I'm a country boy. And the list just goes on and on as we remember John Denver, born on this date back in 1943. He released over 300 songs, 12 gold, 4 platinum albums, and the list just goes on. Sunshine on My Shoulder. Maybe you remember a few of those.
Yeah, the Democrats were singing his song for a long time.
And what was that?
Leaving on a jet plane.
Leaving on a jet plane.
They just ain't left yet. I mean, the ones that sat there and said, well, I'm going to leave. Y'all said that 8 years ago and you're still here.
I brought this up years ago, and you've probably heard the story, but John Denver was in a band when he started out, and it flopped. And they owed everybody and their brother financial ruin. He wrote Leaving on a Jet Plane, and it hits, and he makes money. He goes back to every person that didn't get their money when they had to file bankruptcy with that band. He paid everybody off before he moved forward. He took care of that before he bought the first item. And I respect that.
Oh, I mean, that was...
Not many people would do that.
No, it's already gone.
Oh, it's like watching. Do you remember Cinderella Man? Did you ever watch that? Russell Crowe.
Where
he's the boxer. He gets down in his luck, and his family has to go on, and he was ashamed that he had to take welfare.
Yeah.
After he gets back on his feet, he goes back and pays off the U.S. government for every dime that they gave him because it was the right thing to do.
It was the right thing to do. Fracture. Thank you, Jess. Fracture's the name of that Anthony Hopkins.
Did you ever yell, Toga, Toga?
No, I never did go to the animal house. I went to a house that was full of animals, but...
That movie was one of the best. John Belushi and all of those. You remember him? Yeah. This guy was in it, Tim Matheson. He was born on this day. He played Otter in Animal House.
It was Otter, wasn't it? Yeah.
I will, for the rest of my life, every time I hear...
It's a white horse.
The horse had a heart attack, didn't
he? Yeah, in his office.
Yeah, then you hear the next morning. Animal House was a good movie.
Man.
If you've never watched it, it was 1978, I think, when that show came out.
Somebody said, did your wife enjoy flying? He don't know. She ain't called him.
She was mean to me yesterday. She sent, as y'all all well know, I am very terrified of heights. And her and Dylan Ray went up some building that had all these glass in the elevators, and they videoed it and sent it. And I got dizzy. I got dizzy looking at it. They've been having a good time, but
I've got something that we're going to work on your height with, and you'll be safe. We're going to do it in here, but I've got the not the 3D. What is it?
Those goggles.
Yes.
Odie, I can't.
You go out and walk on a board over a big city.
Y'all look at this.
They gave you the EBGBs.
I can't do that. That's horrifying. And then this video here. Look at this.
You should get one of the airplane tickets, but you like airplanes.
Yeah, I know, but I ain't getting in no elevator. Ugh. I mean, I get...
VR, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got some VR glasses, and we'll put them on. And you're in an elevator, and you push the button, and you go up, and when the doors open, you're overlooking this huge city, and you're on the edge of it.
Odie, you've been with me in real life, and you know I don't deal with it well.
That's why we're on good, solid ground. We're going to work on it.
But let me tell you something. I am man enough to admit my fears. It's those people that won't admit that they've got a problem. I admit I've got a problem. And so I avoid my problem.
Everybody thought we was crazy downtown one day. I was me and Julia and Greg was sitting here arguing with Scotty Ray, trying to get him on the elevator. And I know these people were going, "Who are these fools?"
Man, it was that doctor that ruined me in there in that 3-foot building as a kid. That dentist guy. And then it set you in that chair and make you look out that window. Man, that had a lasting effect. The first time I heard this name, I was probably 9-10 years old as I went mowing grass, and I'd made $11 from mowing grass. So I went and spent my money wisely on a Hank Jr. album. And I can remember that opening line, "We don't all get into Donna Summer. Would you happen to know any old Hank Williams songs?" As we remember Donna Summer. She was born today. I can't name any of her songs, but, well, there she is.
Oh, Donna Summer.
Looked like they turned the Longhorn into a spaceship. And I'll be leaving just as soon as I finish this beer. That was called Dinosaurs. McQuaig has done that song.
Okay.
I hear a time or two. Val Kilmer. Y'all remember him?
Oh, man, yeah. He also played, was it it's not the Ghost.
I don't know anything else he's maybe it was a Batman movie, Val Kilmer, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure if he played in it, but The Shadow. Didn't he play in The Shadow?
Never heard of The Shadow, Odie.
The
George
Shadow.
said, leave me alone.
The Shadow knows. Don't you remember The Shadow?
No.
It was big on tape radio.
No, Odie.
TV shows on the radio.
I didn't never see that one there.
Oh, that was good.
This was an odd song, but it went number 1 today, 1966, and they could have been the Monkees. I'm not sure. I'm a Believer. You remember that?
I remember I remember a song. I don't know if it was that one.
Yeah, I'm a Believer. Number 1 today, back in there. I think that's the Monkees.
Okay.
This 1977 hit spent 5 weeks at number 1. One of the most beautiful ladies, because Here You Come Again, as we remember Dolly today. Having a big one there. Can you believe that was 77?
Wow.
That was back in the Like a Rhinestone Cowboy day.
Ooh, Doc Holliday on Tombstone. Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Now that probably is his best part that he ever played.
Real Genius, he did play in there, Chris.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yep.
That was a great line, wasn't it?
You know, that's that Huckleberry.
The coffin thing. What was
that's
it?
what you call. That's what you call the hook is what you, or the huckle buckle, whatever. That the huckle is
The
what
handle?
you hold on to, the handle. And I'll be your huckle bearer, but we call it Huckleberry, and that's where that came from. But it's actually Huckleberry.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Wisdom from deep inside Odie's brain.
Yeah, it's way back.
We go back to 1985. You'll remember him from the song Garden Party. He was a huge teenage hit as Ricky Nelson passed away in an airplane flight.
Now, wasn't he with La Bamba?
Not that I know of.
No, that was his plane.
That was Richie Valens.
Richie Valens, that's it. Yeah.
Totally different people there.
Yeah.
This guy, there's not many people that I can say that they didn't sing that I like. Our Last Date, who remembers Floyd Kramer? As we go back, he passed away in 1997.
I remember the name.
I mean, I'm telling you, what a piano player he was. Our Last Date.
I love a good piano. I wish I'd have stuck with it.
I don't know anything about them other than they're heavy. We'll remember Jimmy Carter today for what actions he took in the late 70s would go into effect in 1999 as we had to officially hand over the Panama Canal.
Yeah, he sold it.
Trump,
you know
was
how
trying
much
to
you got for it?
$1 or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. We built it.
We spent millions, didn't we?
Oh, back then. Yeah.
Trump is trying to get control of it again. I don't know if he'll be able to. We'll see. Anybody remember watching Fresh
Prince?
Bel Air. James Avery passed away on this day. He was the dad from that show.
Yeah.
He played the attorney. Isn't that what he played?
Yep, I believe he was an attorney.
Will Smith at a very young age back then.
Yeah.
There are very few movies that I will watch over and over and over, but this is one of them. Overboard, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell. Do you remember her husband that, he acted like he didn't know who she was?
Yeah.
Edward Herman. There he is there. Passed away today in 2014.
And he played in the Brady Bunch?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And Fresh Prince?
Yeah. The Crow. He done a lot of different parts there.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Look at there. Ain't that something?
I know you're going to remember this, and I can still, I'm trying to think of the guy that came on after him, but I boo-booed up an interview a few years ago because I couldn't get it in my head who I was talking to. I thought I was talking to Wayne Rogers. As we go back to remember, he passed away today from MASH. Remember him?
Trapper John.
Yeah, but whoever it was that took his place, that was on there a brief time. I really messed it up in the interview. Made him real mad there, called him the wrong name.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, bless it. Nat King Cole's daughter passed away today, back in 2015. Y'all remember Natalie?
Golly, I remember that.
I had almost forgotten about that. Natalie Cole, she was a big sensation.
Oh, Uncle Phil was a judge, not an attorney. Not just an attorney. Okay, all right.
I didn't realize that.
There we go. Austin got it straight.
Thank you, Sandra, for the prayers. We do appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
This was a skinny little lad. She was very skinny. And
she could have played Olive Oil.
She was the perfect. I mean, that really describes her. But as we lost Alice this week from Mel's Downer, we remember back in 2015, we lost Beth Howard. She played the part there. What was her name on there? Vera.
Yeah, Vera.
And I didn't change the writing on that, but she played Vera on Mel's Diner. Kind of scary there.
Oh, here comes Father.
Yes, sir. And he played in a lot of other. Didn't he do something? I was thinking he done something. I know he was on Gomer Pyle, but I also thought that he was on the Waltons for a brief time. But I could be wrong on that. I don't know that for sure. You'll remember him there.
Sure. But yeah.
MASH, and big show there. As we go back to remember, I'm in love with a beautiful woman. You better watch your back. And she was only 16. And I ran up on a song that I'd never heard of. Baby Makes Her Blue Jeans Talk the other day. You ever heard of it? And then I watched.
No, I've heard Baby's
got her blue jeans on.
Baby's got her blue jeans on.
But this was Baby Makes Her Blue Jeans Talk, and I had to watch the video because it was made near this.
Was it a Weird Al song?
No. It was Dr. Hook.
Oh.
And it was filmed in the 70s, and it's a girl walking down the street, and they're walking beside her, and the camera is just on her blue jeans. And I thought, well, I got to watch this to report about this.
On the back part of them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It sure was. So we watched the video there to make sure we got everything to report it accurately.
Well, you got to do that sometimes.
Do y'all remember Ray Sawyer? Old Pat's there from Dr. Hook. I've got a couple of more years on you, babe. That's all. I really like Dr. Hook. They were great, but on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
Oh yeah.
That was also big, but they did a lot in their time there.
Arnold said, "If Meridian goes crime free, you'll be out of a job." No, we'll just go into the sports then.
We'll do something else. Our goal is to make it crime free.
Yeah, we want that.
Yes, sir. 2021. I remember this like it was yesterday. They were planning a big party. Her 100th birthday was up and coming, and well, she didn't quite make it to it. As we lost Betty White back in 2020. She was a beautiful lady.
Has it been 3 years?
Yes, sir, it has.
Wow.
And I go back to when she was on The Golden Girls. She really was not that old when she done that. She was probably in her 50s, wasn't she?
Yeah. Or looked it anyway.
Yeah. She was quite it. We would lose a legend. I mean, if you make it to the Dukes of Hazzard, you were it.
And you're from Alabama on top of that.
Yes, sir. We lost Carol Yarborough on this date back in 23, 1 year ago today. And, of course, he was there when they done the Circus of Jumps.
That's right. Yep.
He had the black General Lee that he was racing, and Bo and Luke had to go see him.
Man.
But as a kid, he was it when it came to racing. He had won a bunch of them there. But we lost Cale 1 year ago today.
That's tough.
And now I couldn't tell you who a race car driver is.
I can't stand it. Well, now we'll have to stop y'all at lap 30. And then, since y'all don't want just one winner of the race, we're going to have segments and give y'all 4 of them.
Do they do that really?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No, they break it down. Okay, segment 1's over. You're the winner of segment 1.
No, Odie.
Y'all get some gas and tires. We'll come back for segment 2.
What happened where you drive your car till it drops and you have one winner?
Oh, no, they don't know how to do that. That's not fair to the other 42 competitors.
So what you're really telling me is you couldn't haul shine and get away because we didn't have time out.
Yep.
You tell the cops, hey, no.
Yeah, hold on a minute. And then you may have won all these races and you've got all these points. That don't mean nothing. Because with 10 laps or 10 races to go, they wipe that slate clean.
I don't know.
Okay, let's go to a playoff. It for football, baseball, basketball. Racing is racing. You start the race, whoever finishes wins.
That's right. I saw this the other day and I laughed. Do you remember Stroker Ace was meant to race? He was through 10 feet wide. The opening credit of that, where it starts out with Charlie Daniels playing and Burt Reynolds as a 6-7-year-old on the front seat, and his friend's daddy is out running the law with the moonshine in the back, and he's looking in the mirror fixing his hair.
Yeah, I got this.
It was funny. And then, of course, Gomer Pyle was in that movie of Stroker Ace.
Yes.
If you'll remember it, in the pit crew. Funny stuff.
Richard Pryor is in Greased Lightning.
Yeah, that was a good show, too.
And that's a true story about NASCAR. And how did he get into it? Well, he ran shine.
And what was the one that had Kenny Rogers that was also a great?
Six Pack.
Six Pack
with
was
the kids
good.
that stole everybody's motors and stuff like that.
Right, and then we had what's his name, Mr. Scientology. Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder. That was good.
A couple of good races. That was good.
I got kicked off the go-kart track with that. We went and watched that movie and then went to the go-kart track.
You were being ugly, weren't you?
We were just having fun. They told us we had to go.
This is going to be our biggest year-end clearance event ever here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia. Inventory is up and rates are finally down. We promise to save you thousands on any of our new inventory. From Siennas to Sequoias, Camrys to Corollas, Tundras, Tacomas, no matter the model, we will not be undersold. We want your business. With interest rates as low as 1.99%, top dollar value for your trade-in and thousands off all of our inventory, Doc's Toyota is your clear choice for your next Toyota purchase. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia at docstoyota.com or on Facebook. And remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt, whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need to keep you dry in those wet conditions. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian.
Yeah.
We forgot about Speedway with Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
And Elvis could just at any given moment, we're going to win this race. He could break into song in just a...
Oh, yeah, yeah. Talk about a drama. I'm not a drama. What do you call them where you sing during a movie?
Musicals?
A musical. Yeah, makes sense, don't it?
But Elvis had a thing for that. Now, was Speedway the one to where he had the girl in his room and he had the recording over there about the zoo, the lions and the tigers breaking out?
I can't remember that one.
Scaring her to keep her there.
I don't know.
It's been a while since I've seen any of those movies.
Robin, I'm with you. I was not much of a Jimmy Johnson fan, but I was a...
Don't say it, because I know what's in your head. Do not say that. Do not say it, Odie.
But I looked at Jimmy Johnson and watched him race because he was good.
Yeah.
He was... and I've got some of his die-cast cars. Just because he was that good. Didn't like him, but he was that good.
Oh, well, there you go. Hey, let's talk about our friends here. They want to wish you a Happy New Year as we talk about our good friends here, Snowden and Company. If you haven't visited them, do so today. When it comes time to purchase, sell, whatever the case is, maybe you're looking for land, you'll see right here that's what you do, and it will take you to their webpage as we look here. So much to do. You can take virtual tours on there, homes that are available for you. They've got videos for you to look at, and of course, their listings there. And again, they just basically, at this point in time, want to wish you a very, very Happy New Year as we go into tonight. But when it comes time for purchasing a home, land, whatever the case may be, talk to them today, 453-3937. You'll find them in Broadmoor, North Hills area, Poplar Springs Drive, old Poplar Springs Drive there. Drop in and visit them, and Happy New Year to you and yours from Snowden and Company.
Well, this is the time, if you're looking at, do you want to buy a new house? Have you been thinking about it? Now's the time to start really looking and going through Snowden and Company, because they can tell you the interest rates are fixing to drop down a little bit.
That's what I hear.
And you can go ahead and let them lock you in. They do all the paperwork. You just say, hey, I like that one, show it to me, and let's go. They take care of everything, house or land. It doesn't matter.
Steve says I'm right on the movie. That was Speedway where Elvis had the animals and the little recording on the...
good deal.
Am I the only one that gets caught up in, you'll be scrolling down Facebook and Ann Margaret and Elvis are on there and she's dancing or something, you can't help but watch it every time you see it?
I don't get that on my page.
You don't get, Ann Margaret and dancing from Viva Las Vegas?
Yeah, I don't get that. It won't come up on mine.
She had more moves than, that yellow dress. Come on, Odie.
It ain't come up, or I would have stopped and watched.
Ann Margaret was just absolutely gorgeous.
I like watching her grumpy old men.
She just worked. She was good in that too. But her and Elvis worked so good together in that movie. Just thought I had to tell that. Hey, we had a bad accident yesterday in Newton County as we look at this. This was the accident that happened. We had 2 people taken with serious injuries and 2 people that was transported for minor injuries. Prayers, I don't know any more than that at this point as people were coming up on this. And y'all think of them. Even after this is over, you're going to be sore. It may not be life-threatening, which this was not, but it's still some serious injuries involved and recovery as it takes to get over something like that. We mentioned the Popo showing up to town yesterday, and I thought we'll just play that beautiful bean footage as I arrived here. As a warrant was being served. Aggravated assault, which translates into a shooting, is someone getting the cuffs there. And here we go. This was at George Reese Apartments as the police made their stop by with all of their pieces of paper and took one into custody without incident. Even the motorcycle cop showed up with that.
They just had them all, didn't they?
And we do have a motorcycle department, once again, if anybody's missed that. They got about 4 of them that ride little motorcycles around.
Yeah, you'll see them.
Yeah, they'll appear out of nowhere.
You don't want them behind you.
No, you don't. That's for sure there. We want to talk about debris, as Lauderdale County is going to be picking up some of this. If you haven't read the story, here it is from the Road and Bridge Department. They're going to begin January 13th picking up debris.
Yeah, from this storm, cut it down to manageable size, 3-4 feet. And it's got to be out at the road.
And they use a claw to pick that up,
They
right?
do. But they can't go onto your property. They can only go pick up on the right-of-way. So get all of your debris from the storms and get that brought out to the roadway so they can pick it up.
You ever use pepper spray?
I have.
Is it fun?
It's more fun to use it than it is to get it used on.
From what I understand, even if you use it, sprayback can come on you.
Yeah, you got to, this upwind kind of deal. You start getting good at where this is.
I hear it's not very comfortable. And
no.
I was asked, what is going on at Burger King? Well, we might have had some pepper spray used there yesterday afternoon, Odie.
Ooh.
Someone causing a scene. Police arrived on scene, and pepper spray was used.
Wow, that stuff will hurt.
More or less, is the use of pepper spray was used when you try to jump on the cop. He's not going to let you continue scratching or whatever you're trying to do to him.
That's right. Yep.
You will back away, and that has a tendency to make you do that.
There's a few people that it don't affect, but the majority of y'all out there.
I guess she was trying to have it her way, wasn't she?
I guess so. She got it their way. Before you get certified to use it, you had to go get sprayed.
Yeah, I've heard tell of that. I'd like to point out I'm not certified.
And it hurt. It will also make you think twice. Do I really need to spray this? I will, but do I really have to?
We had to shut down Town Hall for a little bit yesterday due to storm damage. They didn't have internet and things that, make it where they can do their job. So everybody had to go to the house. Hopefully everything will be back open this morning for full business. And this is a bird's eye view of the accident we talked about yesterday morning. In the fog that went on. This happened wasn't it right around 8 o'clock yesterday?
It was about 7:40, 7:30. We were steadily silent on the air when that came out.
Car flipped. With an accident and basically foggy conditions, and we had a little boo-boo there, Odie, and fortunately no one seriously injured with that. We got, this is one of those things to where you worry until you get them back here. Scout and, Donkey are missing. We'll go to Enterprise, Mississippi. If you happen to see these 2 fellas, one's a beagle, and what kind of dog is that?
Bird dog.
Bird dog. Hey, bird dog.
Hey,
keep away from my girl.
Dog. That's it.
But if you happen to see Scout and Donkey, we got some telephone numbers there for you to call. They'd like to have their pups back.
You might not want to go out in the yard going, here, Scout, here, Donkey.
And it may have been fireworks or something that scared them. The storm, and that's what it was. It was a storm that they ran from, lightning, and they ran, and they just haven't been seen since. So
remember that tonight. There's going to be fireworks being shot tonight. If you're out in the county, that's part of being in the county. You can shoot that. That's fine and all that. But if you're a dog, like my dog, does not like that kind of stuff. Make sure that you've got them something to kind of help ease them. And if you take them out, put them on a leash, because if you take them outside, they're not on a leash, and boom, they're gone. Just remember pets. Turn the TV up a little louder.
That's right. Let them sleep in the bed for a little while there.
Yeah, that's ours steals the bed.
During the rain the other day, this is one of the few times that I've ever seen water cross this portion of the road. Lee's Bait and Tackle, there were Grace Fellowship churches.
Yeah.
493, where the road crews, Mississippi Department of Transportation, constantly replaces the rail because there's so many accidents there. But look at this. I meant to show this yesterday of the water over the road, and it got even worse than what I'm about to show you here. Look at this.
Wow.
Did you even know it was that bad?
No, not this time. I've seen that happen. That would be the third or fourth time that I've seen that area happen like that. A lot of rain coming in. But
so a lot of rain there. With that being said, and also I didn't show you North Hill Street.
Oh,
that also got some the other day. Look at this. Let me make this a little bit bigger where you can see it. Look how much rain. About halfway up the wheel, and it got taller than this. And I don't have that second video queued up. But look at that. That is some rain that came down North Hill Street in a very, very short time.
Well, we've got all that rain coming down. It's got to get in these drains. Well, we're in that time of year that leaves are changing. They're falling off. They're getting on the roadways. Wind's blowing more off. And then as this water comes in from all that rain we had, it gets on that drain and starts to cover that drain. And it doesn't take long to create flooding in parking lots because of all that debris that's falling because of this time of year. So make sure your drains are clean.
Absolutely. There we do see that nationwide we had a compromised computers there at the U.S. Treasury. It did get to some of the front desk computers by the Chinese, most likely, is what they're saying. An investigation has been launched into who, what, and how, and we'll let you know if we get an update on that. I wouldn't hold my breath, but there's some things that you just never get a follow-up to.
Oh, no. Kind of like JFK.
Yeah, we'll never get to Anthony. We got a bunch of stuff locally that we've asked. And it just seems to go by the wayside. Yep. We'll be right back. We got birthdays and a whole lot of other great things still to come. We're not done yet. Don't count us out. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. Some 2 hours ago, Odie, the Mississippi Highway Patrol launched their yearly crackdown on driving. They will be out in full force as they bring in the new year there. It will run from 6 o'clock this morning and conclude at midnight tomorrow night after we get past the new year there. Let's get these numbers lower. We don't want. Wouldn't it be great to report tomorrow there was no fatalities?
Oh, man. Oh, it would be awesome. Yeah.
We don't want anybody waking up at the Crossbar Hotel either.
No, just don't take that chance tonight. you may think you're okay, and you may be able to drive home because it may just be right down the road. But it's not you got to worry about.
That's right.
It's the other car that hits you.
Have you
Be
heard
careful.
about this? It's almost like Trump has issued a statement to anybody that's going to be in his cabinet. Don't you post nothing on the internet. Nothing unless I say you can.
Well, there you go.
Including Elon, which kind of started this. Elon posted something and he don't want any trouble. He said, back off. If I don't say you can do it, you can't post.
Well,
but he's the one that we've always been worried about. Take the phone away from him. That's what makes it so ironic on that thing.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that went on there. Let's see here. Did you see that where in the news in Arizona to where the man stopped, the Good Samaritan stopped? We talked about it a little bit yesterday about where the Good Samaritan stopped to help somebody and he was murdered.
Yes.
Oh, boy. It that breaks my heart. Every time I look at that story, it gives me shivers all over.
Yeah, trying to do the right thing, and then he loses his life. Man.
They say Dak Prescott's girlfriend's car has been broken into as a string of athletes have been targeted for their items, but his girlfriend's car has been broken into. FBI is warning athletes, they're tracking y'all. They know when you're awake and when you're not at home.
Yeah. It's even not just their car, but they're going to some of their homes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Everybody's out, and we know where they are. He's on TV, and it's live.
Yeah. And so they take advantage of it. It's like causing a problem on one side of town, and your buddies go do something else.
Yep.
Right. We got any birthdays you want to mention?
And we got some birthdays, and we've got Robert and Vivian Lee are celebrating their marriage, their wedding anniversary. Scott Spears, my predecessor, retired from Lima, 58 years young today. Lacey Kate, we still praying. His granddaughter, she's over in Batson, got a little complication with COVID. So prayers for her and her mama Skylar there. Vicky Martin's got a birthday. Leslie Pace Perkins has got a birthday. Ralph Germany, Vicky Murray, Louise Hogan, and J.C. Collins. Happy birthday, J.C., and I hope you have a wonderful day today. And I've also got a special, I don't know if it's any minute now or whatever else, but my neighbors, James and Jessica Farrow, are bringing their daughter into this world today. They had twin sons 7 years ago, and then wanted a daughter, so they had another son about 2 years ago. They said, we're going to give this one more try, and now they've got a daughter.
Well, congratulations.
So, house full, and congratulations to y'all. Amy and I is thinking about y'all and praying for y'all, so have a wonderful day today.
And I'm sure that you've often heard of this, sometimes married folks just can't get along and they have to go their separate ways. This took a little bit longer to go their separate ways, but finally they have reached a deal. Wow. Brad and Angelie Jolie have finally, after 8 years, come to an agreement, and they are going to divorce now. Good luck to them.
I mean, come on. Oh, today is my Erica. Is today your birthday? Well, happy birthday. All the way from Pennsylvania. By way of Clark County.
Do hope it's a big one there for you.
Yeah, she is with us every single morning, and we thank you for that. Yeah. And a special birthday to you, Erica.
Well, we close out the show today. It is the end of the year, 24, and we bring in 25 tonight. We want you to be extra careful. Why? We need you back tomorrow. Enjoy yourself as you bring in the new year, without a doubt, but just do so carefully. Know your surroundings wherever you go. No matter what city you're watching us from, know where you are. What kind of...
40 years young. She's 40. Well, good deal. So today we're going to go to 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. One thing you can start a new year off like is with a new relationship with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Whatever it is, whatever our sins are, whatever we've done, if we give it over to the Lord and ask Him to forgive us, He will, and He does, and it is forgotten, it is gone. And you start a new life. Start a new life with our new year coming up tomorrow. Have a change of heart and live your life for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He will make a difference in yours. Y'all have a very safe night. Everybody's going to be out having a good time, celebrating the end of 24 and the new of 2025. And we just want you to remember, we love you. Have a great time. If you see us, say hey.
Yeah.
Until then, we'll see you bright and early. We doing anything tomorrow? Or we just coming back Thursday? Or
No, we'll be here tomorrow.
Be here tomorrow. See y'all then.